Picture this. You wake up tomorrow morning and for the first time in months, maybe years, your mind doesn't immediately replay yesterday's argument. Your body doesn't tense up thinking about that deadline. Your heart doesn't sink when you remember what went wrong. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. The reason you can't have that peaceful morning right now isn't because your problems are too big. It's because you've literally become addicted to them. Your body is chemically hooked on the stress, the worry, the anger, and it's keeping you trapped in the exact life you're desperately trying to escape. What if I told you that the moment you stop feeding your problems with your attention, everything changes? But first, Happy New Year everyone, I am Sapness and welcome to MYNDFEX, where we don't just talk about changing your life, we rewire your mind to make it happen. Everyone wants to be successful, everyone wants to be loved, everyone wants to be healthy, wealthy, and free from anxiety. We all want the same things, right? But here's what you're expressing on the outside. You're scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m., replaying that conversation where someone disrespected you. You're checking your bank account 5 times a day, feeling that knot in your stomach. You're telling everyone who'll listen about how stressed you are, how unfair things are, how nothing ever works out. Sound familiar? There's a massive gap between what we say we want and what we're actually creating with our daily focus. And today, we're going to close that gap permanently. So let's talk about what's really happening in your brain and body when you focus on your problems. Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the world's leading neuroscientists, explains it like this. What you repeatedly focus on is what you emotionally and chemically become. Think about that. When you wake up and immediately start thinking about everything that's wrong, your difficult boss, your empty wallet, your toxic relationship, your brain releases stress hormones. Cortisol floods your system. Adrenaline spikes. Your heart rate increases. And here's the kicker. Your body doesn't know the difference between remembering yesterday's stress and experiencing a real threat right now. So by 9 a.m., before anything bad has even happened today, you've already put your body through a chemical stress cycle. You've essentially practiced being stressed, being broke, being alone. And your nervous system, it thinks that's who you are now. But it gets worse. After doing this for weeks, months, years, your body becomes addicted to these stress chemicals. Ever notice how some people almost seem to enjoy complaining? How they turn every conversation into a venting session? They're not doing it consciously. Their body is literally craving the chemical hit of stress hormones. Let me give you an example. Think about Sarah from Seattle. She's been single for 3 years. Every time she goes on a date, she's mentally comparing the guy to her ex who broke her heart. She's telling her friends, all men are the same. She's scrolling through Instagram, getting triggered by happy couples. What's she doing? She's keeping her body in the same emotional state that originally attracted the wrong relationship. She's essentially practicing heartbreak every single day. And then she wonders why she keeps attracting emotionally unavailable men. The pattern doesn't change because she hasn't changed, chemically, emotionally, or neurologically. So here's the million-dollar question. How do you break free? Dispenza says the first step is radical. Stop focusing on your problems. I know what you're thinking. But Sabness, I have real problems. I can't just ignore them. And you're right. You have real challenges. But there's a difference between solving a problem and rehearsing it. When you spend 2 hours spiraling about your debt, you're not creating a solution. You're creating more of the emotional state that led to the debt in the first place. When you replay that rejection over and over, you're not healing. You're reopening the wound and pouring salt in it. Here's what the breakthrough looks like. Imagine Mike from Miami. He's $30,000 in debt. Old Mike would wake up, check his credit card balance, feel sick, and spend the day in a fog of anxiety. His stress made him impulsive, ordering takeout, buying stuff online to feel better, which made the debt worse. New Mike. He decided to starve the problem of his attention. He set up auto payments, checked his balance once a week, and spent his mental energy on what he wanted to create: a side business, new skills, opportunities. Within 8 months, he doubled his income and paid off $15,000. Not because he focused on the debt, but because he focused on possibility. The rewiring process. So how do you actually do this? Step 1. Catch yourself. Every time your mind goes to replay the problem, notice it. Don't judge yourself. Just notice. Oh, there I go again, thinking about what she said. Step 2. Shift your attention. Ask yourself, what do I want to experience instead? Feel that. If you want peace, close your eyes for 30 seconds and feel peaceful. If you want abundance, imagine what financial freedom feels like in your body. Step 3. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to meditate for 3 hours. You need to interrupt the problem-focused pattern 10 times a day. Every single day. Your brain will fight you at first. Your body will crave the familiar stress. That's normal. You're breaking an addiction. But here's the magic. When attention moves away from stress and into possibility, your nervous system begins to rewire. New neural pathways form. Different chemicals get released, and new outcomes become available. You literally become a different person, chemically, emotionally, and energetically. This feels too simple. Part of you is saying, my problems are real. I can't just think positive and make them disappear. And you're right, this isn't about toxic positivity or pretending everything's fine. This is about understanding that you have a finite amount of mental and emotional energy every day. And wherever you put that energy, that's what grows. Feed your problems, they multiply. Feed your possibilities, they manifest. It's not magic, it's neurochemistry. It's how your brain is designed to work. So here's what I want you to do right now. Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to stop being a victim of your own thought patterns and start being the architect of your reality. Drop a comment below and tell me what's one problem you're going to stop rehearsing this week. What are you going to focus on instead? And this is Sabnas. And remember, your attention is your superpower. Stop wasting it on what you don't want. See you in the next one.